Wololo. Wololo.
Yes.
Wololo. Samaya. Sanbonani nonke makaya. Good evening, everybody in the homes. Dubela Gaufela. This is Trending SA. Right here on SABC3, the place to be, the place to see. Okay, so let me tell you, this is a place where absolutely everything goes down on social media. We tell you what's been trending, but I actually think you tell us what's been trending because that's how social media works. So whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Instagram, the hashtag to use is #on3. You talk to us and we'll talk to you. Let me go around the room and introduce every single body on this table here. This is the straight shooter. She tells it like it is. She introduced us into her world of DDD. More. This is family. Miss Kuli Roberts! Also that.
More.
Didn't I say that?
Shalalas.
Oh.
You didn't do the face.
Oh, sorry. How does it go?
Shininiz.
Is that the new album by...
Don't joke.
Don't joke. I don't know.
And to my left, she is the punchline sister. She is beautiful, and compliment her on the color of her dress tonight. This is Nina Hasty.
There's nothing quite says hospital walls like a teal dress. Good evening, everybody. Sanbonani dumelang. Goeienaand.
Go stand next to the green and ask us, how can we help you?
Okay. Oh, hello. I'm Bobby Muloi.
Sure, non-public's mommy.
I am the public's mom.
I really want a baby. What?
Huh?
Okay.
Zola.
So, hey, focus. Thank you. We have another new Charlie joining us. Swoonalicious. His body's so delicious. He's been up in the gym just working on his fitness.
He's my witness.
Does anyone have the number for Rutara or Falkenberg?
I used to have a friend called Tara. Okay, so let me give you a hint.
Yes.
He is an MCM.
Chomi?
He co-hosted with Boy D on a music show.
Cool. Kelly Kuman.
Guess again, man. Guess again, man. Stop guessing. He is Cyprian Globo. So good than you. Come on. How fun! Alright, so our mission statement is always to bring you up to speed with what's been happening on social media, and Cyprian is going to start with us and do the thing. Welcome,
is he expected to take his clothes off?
Thank you for having me.
Didn't you see what happens every week on Trending SA?
What happens?
After every ad break, you have to take off a piece of clothing, and serviettes don't count. What's that thing called?
Nina, as you can see, I've rebranded.
Don't look, Nina.
You've rebranded?
Yeah, I don't take it off.
Ooh, okay.
I keep it on.
So
strict.
Here we are, learning new things about each other on live television.
Yes, fair enough.
But let's start with you, Nina. What's happening on your social media?
Okay, guys, listen. Social media this week has been lit because is back in our timelines. This time, the minister has found himself trending for the wrong reasons. It's all about a certain vacay he took with his family to SA's favorite blessers destination, Dubai, last December. That's spelt with a Z. I'm sure we've heard about this in the news. We'll go through your social media posts on this vacay scandal. Also, we're getting to know that one, our little Charlie over there, Cyprian, a little bit better. And he's rebranded. It doesn't take it anymore.
Hello, December. Kuli, what has got your timeline popping?
Oh, Mama, wait, to hashtag line Mama was trending for most of the day on my feeds. She killed someone and got off scot-free. Did you hear that? Ooh.
It's fine.
Scot-free, and guess what? People aren't upset. They are happy. It's also been in the news, and tonight we go through what you have to say about it on social media. Scott. Did I say Scott or Scott?
Sporty.
Why, shame. I must go back to matric. Hi, Lindan.
All right, Cyprian, what's on your timeline?
My timeline over here says it was a great sporting weekend. Hashtag Bafana Bafana got my hopes up this past weekend for their win against Burkina Faso. And it was a really, really close one. RSA versus New Zealand. I'll be updating you on that hashtag a little bit later on the show.
And then there was a fist fight. Anyway, General Bantu Holomisa, guys, is our guest tonight.
Yes.
I mean, you can say whatever you want to say about our show, but we have General Bantu Holomisa. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we all know him as the no-nonsense leader of the United Democratic Movement.
Yes, Dad.
But a lot of us know that, you know, he has a rich history, and we'd like to delve into that. So we'll learn more about this political heavyweight right here in studio tonight. So we love hearing from you. As always, keep the cyber action going with us. TsA on 3 on Facebook, Twitter, and Insta. We are right there for you. BRB, babies.
Ooh, this is my jam.
Let your shoulders do the Hello and welcome back to Trending SA live on SABC3, streaming live on our website as well, TrendingSA.tv. So before we get into all of those trends that keep you glued to your social media screens, we've got some viewers who've said some things to us on Facebook. Nina?
Can I predict what they're going to say before they say the things?
Go ahead.
They're going to say,
which is a good thing.
Pubby, we love you. Coolie, mo, ti. Nina, why is your dress the color of the walls in a hospital?
Okay.
All right, let's check what they really say. Mpumi Ngubeni says, you see, you guys give me life. Trending SA. SA, it's a lit show, I tell you. And then Norma Wavantu says, Cyprian's dimples though. Can't stop blushing.
Okay,
That's what
Norma,
she
don't
said.
get too excited.
Thanks,
They're
Norma.
deformities.
Yeah, just blow her a kiss there.
Don't get jealous, Coolie.
I got everyone.
She's got her dimples as well.
How old are we?
Nothing.
Okay. We love hearing from you. So use the hashtag on3 and you can be a part of this fabulous orchestrated circus that we call Trending SA. All right, so Cyprian, you're joining us for the next 2 days, and just like any other guest, we like to get to know you a little bit better. And just like any other young, handsome guest, we like to unleash Nina upon you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
No, Nina.
Oh, but we're friends, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I discovered him. I didn't really.
Technically, you did.
Technically, I
Actually, you
did,
wouldn't
hey?
actually being.
Tell us the story immediately.
Okay.
It was, let's say, how many years ago? Actually,
2013?
2013, Neighbor Goods,
Yeah.
random Saturday. Go to this bold chick that I've seen on TV, and I'm like, Nina, please, can you vote for me? You're going to vote for me.
And I voted for him.
And she voted
and then
for
he
me.
didn't win.
And I didn't win.
And that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a, okay, so, but you grew up in Durban.
Yeah, I grew up in Durban.
I did vote for you, and I told my friends to vote for you. At that point, I didn't have many friends because I was a weird bald chick with a tattoo of
This is
Africa.
how she gets men.
Anyway, so you grew up in Durban, but you're part Mozambican.
Yeah.
Which part is Mozambican? Don't answer Then you go by the name Cyprian, which is more from Cyprus.
Yeah.
And other parts of the world. Why did your parents call you Cyprian?
Did you guys actually know that the previous Zulu king to King Zwelithini, Goodwill Zwelithini, his name was Cyprian? So I'm named after King Cyprian.
No, I went to school in
brilliant.
Pretoria. They didn't tell us that.
Yeah.
Wow, I know a school in Cape Town called St.
St. Cyprian's, yeah.
Oh.
My mama went there, actually.
Yeah, I know that, yeah. Right, forget about Baba Lomneno.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward to your career.
Yeah.
Loved you on Club 108, but you've been doing...
808. Club 808.
Let's call it Club 625.
Yeah.
Loved you on that show. You've been doing loads of TV, though. You did MTV before that.
Yeah,
and you also
yeah.
do a lot of producing.
Vuzu.
Oh, look at that.
Tell us about that. Tell us why TV, with such an amazing and regal name, you go on TV.
Hey, man, that's when I actually still had a good body, man. Oh,
Okay, we're not talking about your body right now. Let's focus.
Okay,
Yes.
back to TV. TV actually came to me not by fluke, because I had been auditioning in Durban.
Okay.
Then I moved to Johannesburg to further my studies. And literally my first week of varsity, I went to the MTV audition, and the rest was like literally history.
Or geography or biology or
yeah.
Scientology.
And 808, how did you land that gig?
It was random because I saw an update on Twitter saying Mo Flava has left, and I had just left Vuzu. And at that time, I wasn't in between anything, you know. And I'm like, let me just go for the audition. You just never know what's going to happen. And when I got to the audition, I did my audition. And I sat on the table, the Club 808 table. I actually broke it, and I was just like, I'm actually not going to get this job. Like, you guys can give it to the next person. And it was actually crazy that, like, a couple of days later, they're like, actually, we want you to come for another audition.
Nice.
Oh, nice. You see?
So they gave me the job, like, within the next 2 days. And I was just like,
It was the dimples.
625 knew what they were doing.
Yeah, 738.
735.
Listen, you've had some crazy fan requests in your life.
Yeah.
People are getting down in the DMs.
I can imagine.
What's
your
the
DMs.
strangest thing that somebody has requested of you in your DMs? Except for mine. Don't tell them that.
Coolie, please tell them.
Oh, jeez, good Lord.
I actually showed it like a couple of minutes earlier.
I just find it amazing how women, they don't care about their safety. They don't know him. He was in Durban recently. Some random chick DMs him, well, if you're in Durban again, holler at me, and there's her number. Come on, guys.
I thought it was a picture. At least it was just a number.
No, it's like...
No, but those are the type of things that I usually get.
It's like, handing themselves to him on a platter. Stop doing it. You're doing it to my boyfriend too. Stop doing it.
You're here tonight and you're here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So everyone, this is Cyprian, our guest host for tonight, and you can send some questions in with the hashtag #on3.
Do not DM him.
All right. Now that we've officially welcomed you to the table, your voice is warm. You have done your intercostal breathing.
Yep.
You are ready for the whole thing. So let's get you started and action.
You can throw me to the deep end. Well, this past weekend, wait for it. Hashtag Bafana, are you listening? They actually won a match. Oh, yes, the nation was definitely in shock.
Yes, that's the right voice.
Yeah.
We just haven't had to play
We tried.
We didn't know where it was.
Hey,
we found it.
some people could come like 10 seconds late.
Okay, sharp.
Oh, yes, the nation was definitely in shock with our national soccer team. They went halfway in it 3-0 up and actually held their own till the end of the match and won the actual thing 3-0. It was actually pretty amazing with those few people who went to the stadium. As you can see, they all arrived in one car because at the end of the game they had their clothes off. Well, before you can say Kanye_Twala should eat humble pie for posting this meme after Bafana's lost defeat. Let's actually take a look at it. Yes, the closest thing to Russia Bafana will ever smell is
Russian.
Yeah, okay.
Russian.
That is Twitter for you, actually. And our chances for qualifying for Russia are still slimmer as a user for those Boity pills. All right.
We see what you did there.
Very clever.
We'll be waiting for our shout-outs on Club 622.
Cool. Shout out to Boity. Here's one from at I Am Cage. Well, he actually breaks it down for us. Well, I Am Cage actually goes on to say, if we can beat Senegal, Burkina Faso, then Senegal draws to Cape Verde, then Cape Verde beats Burkina Faso, then Burkina Faso loses by 1, then we score 3 goals, then Senegal concedes 2 goals while Cape Verde does not score an away goal. Yes.
We can't just play netball?
Yeah, we can't play netball.
Okay.
Or tennis.
We're much better at netball.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Then we will qualify. What I'm trying to say is Bafana is not going to Russia.
Yeah.
Even though we don't need...
Soccer's not for us as a nation, eh? We just need to accept it. No, like, honestly speaking.
You cut me deep.
That's why you're not replying to that message.
Guys, there's got to be a bright side.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Comrades.
All right, let's take a look on the bright side. We still have a 0.0001 chance of going to Russia. But let's look at the glass half full, Mzansi. 0.00% full. Well, part of the glass is the fact that Kagiso Rabada, who reaches 100th test wicket at the age of 22.
Nice
one. Amazing stuff. He's the 5th fastest bowler to reach this milestone in South Africa. Shout out to the man. And he's a what?
He's a fast bowler.
Oh, okay. Where does that reference come from?
No one. No fair.
Yes, Bafana won the ODI victors this past weekend. Hashtag #ProTFI trend. Of course, our national cricket team also went against Bangladesh, clinching the series with 2-0. Shout out to the boys, man. No DMs from that team, Nina.
No DMs from Bafana this hour.
Okay, cool.
Dun.
And finally, another bunch of winners, well, sort of, hashtag Springboks sprung up on the timeline, and it was actually not for a win, but hats off to them for actually doing well for a change, for them for showing a whole lot of heart, a whole lot of character, and of course, pride. A step in the right direction, if you actually ask me. In the end, the All Blacks won, but by the narrowest of margins. It was 25-24, so the Springboks actually did pretty well considering the fact that last time it was 57-0.
Really, that was shocking.
Really shocking, yeah. Yes, we have gotten to a point where we actually celebrate losses because they are less embarrassing than the previous ones.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Oh, number 2, well done.
Yeah.
Oh, well, listen, guys, what you got to remember is, just we went in there and we just got to give it our best shots. And, at the end of the day, listen, the team put in their best efforts and they just got to hope for the best, eh?
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on. So, Scooty, what caught your eye on social media this weekend?
But the hashtag bad ways to start a conversation was top of my trends, and this is how it all started. Scott Williams tweeted this. Scott Williams, I just got released yesterday. Hashtag bad ways to start a conversation. No,
It depends on who you're talking.
too much information. This got
Okay,
over
yeah, too much information. Bad.
It's got over 1,000 likes and it was retweeted 192 times. And so people started jumping on the hashtag with their own take on the trend. Here are some of the tweets. Utimi the Tyrant said, this is not a good way to start a dinner date with your bride-to-be, Jongan. Timothy Makobo says, you did sign the prenup, right? Bad ways to start a conversation. Come on, Timothy, it's meant to be about love. Another no-no in social conversation is the following one by John Block Centric. Hashtag bad ways to start a conversation. How's the darts going? None of your business.
People always ask me that. I'm happy with being fat. What?
You're not fat.
But
Then,
you're not fat,
at Pavement, has reminded us of how this popular conversation starter line is. Usaphila.
That's so funny.
Nobody cares.
Yes, I'm still alive.
Yes.
And I'm right here talking to you.
Ella.
Kispoku. All right, so what else is trending on your timeline?
You're funny.
Today.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so hashtag rejected horror titles was all over my newsfeed this week, and people had fun with this one. So at Rishiba Sharma started the hashtag with this tweet.
Beautiful name.
Rejected horror titles. I know who you did last summer. No, you don't. All right, this movie could work in SA, starring the CLIT man, also starring the presidential contender, featuring the faithful minister, and Dame Edna. Anyway, I digress. After 99 likes and 17 retweets, this hashtag started to trend as creative tweets started, but I'm gonna get a security detail. Anyway, as creative tweets started posting their versions of rejected horror titles. At Russell Mac 5 took us to Sesame Street with this one. Rejected horror titles. Nightmare on Elm Street. The Cookie Monster.
That's hilarious. That's
Very, very funny.
good stuff, internet.
Cucumanat. No, that's what the
Cookie Monster.
It's not my joke. Anyway, then at Morales _EJ brought out the funny with thanks, Gavin Kelly. That's your gag. At Morales EJ brought out the funny with this rejected horror title. The Exercise. That's funny.
I actually like this one.
That's very funny.
Do we have time for one more?
One more. Adriana and Paulina took to the dinosaurs to the car park with this one. Jurassic Car Park. That's very funny. This is actually very funny.
What is the actual movie? Oh, Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too much of a stretch there. Did you take your vitamins this
Had a long
morning?
day. Leave her alone.
What's happening? We're going to take a break.
We're gonna take a break.
We'll come back.
Let me get you some vitamins.
TrendingSA on SABC3. This is our guest soon. Can you believe it? Stick around.
No. I'm the bunch.
I'm the bunch.
What is that actually?
I'm living my life.
banana will follow you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
What does that mean?
that's an epic lyric.
Banana fall on you.
Where are you when bananas are falling on you?
Banana fall on you.
Where are you when bananas are falling on you?
Out there.
It's weird when you're the only guy at the table, eh?
In the banana republic.
Kavuki land.
Okay, the lituation continues. Hello, everybody. Welcome right back to SABC3, where the stage is yours. You are watching Trending SA on 3. All right, so thanks for all of the love on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We love your comments. Keep posting them. Speaking of love, we've got a tweet that you have sent to us that's Cyprian, not Cyprian.
Yeah,
Cyprian.
Cyprian.
Will read to you.
Where's Cyprus?
All right, let's get to the tweet. He's not on the table. This is coming from Asanda Letu at Asanda Letu at Trending SA. It's on the hashtag Cancer Awareness Month. And guess what? I'm going to dye my hair pink tomorrow. Hashtag TSA on 3.
Are you dying?
One.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Good.
All right, so keep sharing those posts. Sharing is caring. And don't forget to send us some of your questions for our guest tonight. General Bantu Holomisa is going to be seated right here. We'd like to know from you what you'd like us to ask him. Right, so what kept your timelines abuzz? Well, let's talk about Dove.
Really? Just take your shirt off.
Dove was all over my timeline today. Unilever found itself in a soapy mess when the ad that went viral got a lot of people feeling uneasy. Have a look at the ad.
What a wow. And there's an Asian, non-specific Asian chick, a white chick.
Oh.
Okay, so a lot of people found this maybe racist, maybe offensive, and this is what people said in reaction on social media. Popular screenwriter Portia Gumede likened Dove soap to any other soap. Here's a distant cousin. Just, you know, it's good for the skins, good for the pots. Then Makalks lightened. You read that one.
I don't know, but I was just thinking my grand secret to her skin all her life was that green soap. and
Really?
water.
It's all our secrets. It's all our secrets.
Okay, so he lightened the matter with this tweet. I've been using Dove for about 2 weeks and I'm so happy with the results.
Yeah, but your shirt still has holes in.
_Bianca 6 brought Kanyimbao into the mix. Why?
Why?
Have a look at this tweet. She's been promoting and marketing this soap all along.
No, leave my baby
You know what?
alone.
Kanye is much more successful and beautiful than you, so finish and clear.
So, apparently, Dove is a serial offender. You may want to look at this. Exhibit A, a 2011 print ad. It got people hot under the collar. What is happening?
What
Hypering,
I
what is
don't
happening?
understand. Okay, so first of all, there's a couple of things here. From a design perspective, generally the eye is drawn to the right. The before is always the bad thing, and the
Exactly.
right is always the good
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
They put the black woman on the left and the white woman on the right,
Yeah.
as if to
Two
insinuate
white women on the right.
that the woman on the right is white.
Better.
I mean,
But blonder.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better.
Okay, but when you actually look at the ad that was trending yesterday, had they started with like a white girl and ended off with like a black girl, will we be having like a different conversation right now?
Perhaps we would, but we also know that we're not ever given the opportunity to have that conversation because it doesn't happen. It hardly happens.
There's textbooks
Yeah.
and that span decades
Yeah.
on how advertising and design has belittled, embarrassed, humiliated, made black people to look like they are wrong, they are dirty, they are not enough in order for them to buy products. And this in itself is a byproduct of that, to make sure that black people stay having a low self-esteem, that they're not uplifted, that kind of thing. And if you are in 2017 as a brand, how can you not be sensitive to this in a global sphere?
In Mumbai, I saw Nivea ad. Indian woman goes for a job interview, doesn't get the job, puts on a Nivea product, gets the job.
Because she gets
Because
wiser.
she's brighter. Because she's brighter.
But here's the thing. So whether it's conscious, because it has been in for ages and ages the way. So whether it's conscious or it's unconscious, we don't know. But surely there should be somebody in that
Yes.
boardroom
Yes.
who
A regulator.
represents so that they can have a voice and pull ads like this before they even get out there. So we heard the complaints and, we want to offer the right of reply. So we tried to reach the South African marketing manager of Dove, who is called Kate Swan, who
Pick your bird.
then referred us to her corporate communications manager, Sibonile Dube, who was also unfortunately out of the office. But in the meantime, have a look at the statement that they released on social media today. And it was the same as a statement emailed to us. Thanks for that. Okay. Kuli, I'd like to hand it over to you. The storm flooded my timeline, hey?
Tell me more about the storm, Lala.
Okay, so certain parts of Joburg were under siege. Under the sea today, driving to work today was very, very difficult. Noah's Ark, tough stuff in Jersey. So check out these hailstones, guys, like tennis balls.
Your shoulders look amazing.
Thanks, doll. Are we looking at the hailstones? This looks... What?
Oh my God.
Dude,
Oh my God.
isn't that scary?
Sure.
Is this a Dove ad?
Unfortunately, those hailstones used stuff. Unfortunately, Netcare 911 said one person had been killed, 2 people were hospitalized in Krugersdorp as a
It looks like
reported
it was a-
tornado hits in Hillside. Listen, I mean, I really urge everyone to find safe spaces to occupy and stay far from the riverbanks. It's quite dire what's happening with our rain.
It's hectic. I think it was the same similar weather this time last year, remember?
Yeah.
At Tembisa and the drama there.
Yeah.
Right, it was celebrations galore in Lady Free in the Eastern Cape today under the hashtag Lion Mama. So there's this Eastern Cape mother who's been dubbed as the Mother Lioness. She walked free from prison today after admitting to stabbing a man to death and wounding 2 others. She didn't get convicted because she killed them while defending her daughter and herself from these 3 men who were allegedly trying to rape them last month. They had apparently started sexually assaulting her 27-year-old daughter when she came through with a knife and went all Kill Bill on the alleged rapist. So the NPA said that they won't prosecute her, and the judge was like, "Good shot. You're free to go, mama." Action.
Sure.
Oh my God, man.
You don't want to be in that situation.
So scary.
Really, really sad. Now, when I read the story, it actually reminded me of other vigilantes who got away with a wink from the law instead of actually serving a sentence. Like this father who killed the daughter's molesters in the USA when the family went to a family gathering in a park and the daughter just wandered off for a couple of minutes. Or sadly, she was attacked by a molester. The dad found the attacker in the act and he didn't actually wait for the cops.
You
He
can't.
went ahead and put the matter in his hands and he dealt with the guy, leaving the alleged rapist dead in his tracks.
That's what you get.
Bringing it home.
Yeah.
You remember Ellen Pakkies, hey?
Oh gosh, you know Ellen Pakkies. You know that Lady Scully has actually done a painting inspired by this story. This is Ellen Pakkies.
Poor lady,
This
eh?
was so intense. She was from Cape Town. She handed herself. Do you remember this?
I remember the story. Gruesome.
Very gruesome story. She handed herself over to the police with the intention to plead guilty after strangling her own son to death. Now, Pakkies considered her son a danger to herself, her family, and society at large. Whew. Anyway, this is after she had suffered physical and sexual, yes, you heard me,
Her own son.
sexual abuse from her own son for years. He was a tick addict and he'd become like an animal. So one night while he was sleeping, she went into his bedroom and choked him to death. She said that she'd had enough. And the court heard her case and said, no jail for you, mama. So he has a suspended sentence. Go and do some community service. So then she became a community worker, leading the fight against the tick scourge in her community. All of the wows.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. Sure. It's amazing that lion spirit that comes out of you when you
Sure.
become a mother. It's really quite amazing. All right, we're going to take a quick break. This is Trending SA on SABC3.
decade of brilliance, a decade of celebration, a decade of consolidation, a decade of democracy, a decade of growth, a decade of maturity.
Deb.
Are you dabbing
Deb.
to UDM song?
Deb.
Oh, all right. Welcome back. You're still tuned into Trending SA right here on SABC3, where you know the stage is yours. Thanks so much for all of the love on social media. We love to see it, we love to receive it, and we love you right back. Keep using the simple hashtag #on3. Now, it is time to bring out our guest this Monday evening. I actually can't believe that he's right here in studio with us, is Gulu?
Oh, gosh, I thought he was off coaching Sundowns or something.
Wow. So he's not the guy that cries after the match?
Moving on, please, Madam Speaker.
Point of order, all of you.
What?
Tonight I'm bringing you the big guns. Our guest tonight has served as the Deputy Minister of Environment and Tourism in the South African Government of National Unity, elected in 1994. He also co-founded the United Democratic Movement in 1997 with Mr. Rolf Meyer, and continues to serve as its president. He's a fervent advocate for the environment and is working towards the establishment of the Champions of the Environment Foundation. Please welcome the Honorable Bantu Bonke Holomisa. Oh, I hear the lyrics now. Well, first and foremost, welcome to our program. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the 25th of July, 1955.
The day I was born.
That is correct. Is it the Mkanduli district?
Kanduli, yes, Eastern Cape.
Yes. And there you were born, Bantu Bonke Harrington, I believe.
Yes.
Holomisa. I'd like to know what the young Bantu Bonke was like. What kind of young boy were you? What were your interests? What was your personality like?
Well, I was just a head boy. And then on Sundays, I would be a server in church. And when I'm free, I play sport at that early stage. That's
What were your sports? It was
soccer
Yeah.
at that stage.
Yeah.
Now, you're one of the first two black people who were accepted into the military college, South African Army. Why did you choose the army? I mean, I can understand.
Order.
Sorry.
Order, comrade.
Oh, that's my line. Order,
Order.
No, the truth of the matter is that I wanted to keep fit and play rugby and to get Transkei colors.
Okay.
So, but I ended up in the army, but in the army there was a career which I had to follow. And then I gave up on sport and focused on studying within the military.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some information for those of you sitting at home, right? General Holomisa rose up the ranks until he became the commander of the Transkei Defence Force and then later head of the Transkei government. That was quite a dangerous time because his army literally conducted a coup in the homeland, deposing the then incumbent Mama Stella. Help me.
Conducted two coups, successful, bloodless. The first one was to remove Chief George Matanzima. And then we said we are not ready to take over. We allowed the Transkei political party to elect the new prime minister, that was Stella Stau. So two successive coups. We were betting on a wicket of anti-corruption at that early stage. And we are still occupying that crease. We've hit them for 4s and 6s, if you know the language of the...
I am loving these cricket metaphors. They are great.
I'm so blank.
You've just bowled me over.
I'm sitting here thinking about
You've hit me
Transkei.
for a 6.
Wow.
All right. Were we talking cricket here? Anyway, so, General, briefly, the military coup, the second one, the bloodless one, how did that come about? I mean, you know, what was the intention?
Well, the second coup, of course, when we got the information that the Sol Kesner has paid 2 million to the entire cabinet of Transkei, and they divided that 2 million amongst themselves in exchange for the exclusive gambling rights. Then we decided to intervene and said, it looks like all these apples in this basket are rotten. They must go.
So then
That's one way to weed it out.
the cabinet of Dr. Nelson Mandela, then yourself and Mamskau have to serve together. How was that?
No, we never personalized the issue of Stella
Gotcha.
Strau. We were the first ones to say to her, please select your own security, we'll provide transport, we'll give you your pension. And then when we started negotiations at CODESA, we approached her to say, bring your political party to be part of the delegation to go and negotiate on behalf of Transkei. So there was nothing personal. But when I went to the TRC, the ANC panicked beyond comprehension by mere mentioning the word of Sol Kesner, because Kesner was already bankrolling some of the heavyweights of the ANC.
Wow. I wasn't aware of any of this. It's very intense.
Must read history, man.
Yeah. And I'm studying history and I'm learning all of this right now. Hey, yo. Sure.
So you must learn to be students of current affairs.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
thought you said you must read Hasty, which is my surname, and I
No,
didn't
no, no,
realize
no,
that you said read history. I apologize.
Yeah.
Accent.
It's just there's an earpiece in my ear. Cyprian, don't you want to ask the general a question?
Yeah.
You seem to be trained. Are you scared of the general?
No, hey, I'm learning quite a lot, you know, because I am a politics student, so like this is actually a lot for me to take in right now. Yeah. Well, there's a piece of information I actually want to share to you. Then in 1994, after CODESA, General Holomisa became part of the government of the National Unity as a minister alongside other political giants, including Umama Stella, whom he deposed. Now, I actually want to ask you something. During those meetings in the cabinet, was there tension with Umama Stella?
No. There was no tension. I've already given you a background to say we embraced her. We requested her to lead Transkei delegation to negotiations. So that issue, there was no tension at all.
It sounds like you were gentlemen. When you hear the word cool, you don't think, oh, please, you know,
Yeah.
we will
Step
support
down.
you.
Yeah.
No, but the intention was not to humiliate anybody.
Wow.
But we were saying these guys are disgracing Transkei, and the taxes of Transkeians was being siphoned by them. So we said this is enough.
I'm curious to know about the moment in 1996. We have to talk about the infamous or famous expulsion from the ANC. It's on public record, and yes, we are advised to be students of history, but I suppose our younger viewers may not be fully aware of the saga. So can you give us a bit of background? What happened that led to you being expelled from the ANC?
In 1996, I went to the TRC to testify in front of the commission. I went there to request the commission to compensate the families of the deceased soldiers who were killed in an abortive coup, backed by de Klerk on the request of Stella and Matanzimas for having removed them forcefully. So when I made a reference to the 2 million, the ANC jumped and said, no, you're accusing Stella of corruption. But I said to him, look, man, this is a historical event. It's known in South Africa. Unless you pretend as you were in exile that this is new to you. To us, this was a reference. But I'm here to say, Commissioner, please pay these families, compensate them, because the matter was political. So when they said I must apologize, then I said, no, go jump. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
That was it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a bit of a history lesson, and then we'll ask you to unpack it a little bit more, if that's okay.
Okay.
Is that all right?
You're welcome.
Thank you, General. All right. General Holomisa then immediately formed the United Democratic Movement with his former political nemesis, Rolf Meyer, and another former ANC activist, Sfiso Nkabinde. I'm doing this in a very dramatic voice. What was the aim and the goal of the movement when it was formed?
Well, the United Democratic Movement was formed to be relevant to the new South Africa.
Okay.
And to make sure that we create a home for all South Africans and exploit the rich diversity this country has. And in doing so, we will be guided by such things as integrity, dignity, and prosperity. Prosperity would look, among other things, at integrating those people who were locked outside the economic mainstream. Unfortunately, even today, we don't have a program of integrating the population of South Africa.
A resocialization program, a state-run resocialization.
It's worse now because the looting spree is on a high.
Tata, you said that you told a couple of people to go and jump. It seems like you've told a lot of presidents to go and jump as well. In 2014, President Zuma asked you to close UDM and rejoin the ANC. You said no. Tata Mandela had also asked you. You said no. President Mbeki asked you, and you said no. It seems like the ANC is your home and they want you back. How do you view the ANC?
The ANC is an important political party in this country, and it has got a rich history. But for me to dump people who met me when I was in political limbo, and all of a sudden you dangle a carrot to me, I'll make you a minister. That's not a big deal to be a minister. I've tasted power at the highest level. Now I'm contributing to develop this country.
I mean, there's so many instances that I can bring up. Recent elections, lots of coalitions happening. There was drama in the Nelson Mandela Bay municipality. I think to be a politician, you need to be made of something different. There's a sterner stuff that you need to be made of. Such a highly contested space. So what do you think the makings of a good politician are?
Wow. Well, I think first of all, you need to avoid, there is what you call the do's and don'ts. This discipline in a way. And having embraced those principles, then you look at the goals of the country. South Africa is a well-respected nation. What should we be doing when we see that the office, number one office, is not presenting South Africa in a good way? So we must make noise and say, hey, this person must go, or that person must get in. So in politics, it's not like what you are doing here. It's tough.
Oh, this is tough. What we
do is so tough.
General.
Hey,
Don't undermine us.
General. Protocol, General.
So hard.
I got you.
General, 2019.
But in politics, more is to be a servant of the people. If you are
Yes, but
Absolutely.
so we must avoid words like rule. It must be serve.
serve.
Serve and protect.
Serve and protect. 2019, Butwam, who do you think is going to win the majority? And when are you going to give Nkwankwa a chance?
In this country, we don't need a one-party dominance anymore because one-party dominance breeds corruption. I hope that 2019, there will be coalitions at national level. Kwankwa is coming up nicely. He's a bright young man. I want to produce many Kwankwas so that when the hour for me to depart, then I can leave guys which understands the vision of the country.
As hot as Nkwankwa, though, because you can't let the team down.
But he can't be alone.
He
must produce more.
All about
Order.
Sorry, Butwam.
Are you aware, sir, that you are the most memed politician in our country?
I was not.
That's meme worthy actually.
Right there.
Levels, Quentin. Oh.
So this is the meme. Someone wants to know how this meme came about. I mean, did you see you had a live meme right here on television? So I'm sure memes just come to you.
Well, people are creative, but as you know, in life we have different stages.
Ladies and gentlemen, on social media, you can follow him at Bantu Holomisa. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Wow. Take a photo of me going like this.
Yeah.
Next to you.
And I was so intimidated. He's an absolute puppy.
Come on. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Let's take a photo.
Get that moving, the flying.
No, thanks. I like that guy though.
Jeff Global.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
He's like,
Jeff Goldblum.
hello. That name meant nothing. Welcome back to TrendingSA on SABC3. Can you believe it? We've come to the end of the show.
No, man.
Already. I know.
No, man.
But now if you missed us, don't despair. TrendingSA.tv, that's where you can catch the backup.
We're
See
still
what
the
I said
bunch.
there? Catch the back up. All right, Nina, you have one more thing for us, right?
I still can't believe that I got a photograph of me and General Bantu Holomisa going levels. But anyway, I'd like to believe that many of you are still recovering from the weekend. And many are recovering in more ways than others. Anyway, so this guy might have to recover his dancing skills too, because yikes. Check him out.
For sure. For sure.
He tried.
The story is, don't be that guy in your friend circle like Ushaga used to do Vosho here. Anyway, I'd rather stick to what I know, like, you know what I'm saying? It literally looks like doing doggy paddle in the air. That's exactly what
But I won't be able to.
Hey, listen, so that's all the time we've got for tonight. We'll be back again 9:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Did you see that picture on the screen? They're going to be here. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mikasa,
Casa.
Sukasa. See ya tomorrow.
Where are they gonna sit? We don't have enough space for all these band members with like 7 people. We can't, it's unacceptable. We just want one group. Where are they gonna sit?
Shout out Lauren Hill.
When you give it up so easy.
The baddest to do it.
Probably will again.
Saying you're Christian.
Now that was the sin that you justified. I'm living my life.